Good afternoon. I said good afternoon. That's nice. I thought after all the speakers left, there is a calm. I hope this calm, not before the storm. And let us have some fun around. And first of all, congratulations to each one of you for being here. And each one of you have taken the flap as one of those certifications in your life, which can be a game changer later part of the life if you are looking at. Maybe 25 years down the line, if I happen to meet you, probably you can say the one good thing in my life to happen, I have cleared my flap, that changed my perspective. Some of you may share those stories, and that's it's a phenomenal. Thanks Alpa ma'am for the wonderful introduction. Probably it is little longer for, sorry for that. And the best part of introduction to each one of us is today we are all in the mission to get financially empowered. Thanks to Dr. Celso and the entire team, Navemarg Foundation, the phenomenal work they do, and that's where it has brought all of us today. On a Sunday, on a holiday, we have a choice not to get up and relax, and the climate in Goa is far cozy, comfortable, but we have taken a choice to invest our day today to come here, spend this first half. And before your lunch and maybe next 15-20 minutes, I'll run through a small presentation. And we had finest speakers before, Mr. Misbah, Mr. Bala. They spoke about investments. Probably we will talk a little differently. I will talk less about the investments, more about ourselves today. And I'm glad you are the future of the India today. And if you are looking at some of the statistics, India is blessed with best of the demographics. I think Bala was talking about a few years back, people were talking about population is a boon or population is a bane, and population has become a boon, and we are a nation of the youngsters, and you are the future you are going to create. And on last 15th August, we celebrated 75th Independence Day. And it was we call Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, and our Honorable Prime Minister talks about next 25 years. This is called about Amritkal for the country, and 25 years next, how it is going to shape it up, the nation how it is going to shape it up. I'll touch briefly on how the nation is going to shape it up, and also I'll briefly touch upon what you can do differently for yourself. And you are at one of the finest, it's a time of this country, and you are fortunate enough. And I'll just start talking on this for a while. And of course, today is we celebrate definitely. Gandhiji's Jayanti. It's and there are 7 things which he spoke, which is always relevant for us. And father of the nation, which he says, the first thing is wealth without work, and Dr. Celso is taught us how we can put wealth to work. And today we are talking about not becoming super rich tomorrow morning, but we are talking about becoming rich slowly. And it's then we spoke about investing in the time, how we can look at. But other things are also equally important, what Gandhiji taught us. It is a pleasure without conscience. Probably the joy of we can enjoy, exuberate, but there should be a conscience which is driving us. And we are at our colleges to build our knowledge, but knowledge should be layered behind. There is a character. We are building the nation of the character, because knowledge can always, I think Bala was speaking about earlier, we are in the age of overloaded of information. There is knowledge everywhere. There is a Google, you can get everything. But what Google cannot get you is a persona behind you, which is your own character. That builds you for it. And whether you are making money, not making money, good times, bad times, but your character makes you to stand all the time, sail through from the safe harbor. The difficult time also you get back to where you want to. And today I come from a city called Bangalore, and when I talk about business without ethics, I always remember one man with a business with ethics. That is Mr. Narayan Murthy and Madam Sudha Murthy. I always learn from both of them, and how you can ethically write and you can build an empire. And that's where we all look at how we can build business without, and science without humanity. However we advance, I think, earlier Bala was talking about the information age, the mobile age, how it can spoil us. We have two choices, how you can use it. You have a choice to use it, or you have a choice to get used by it. It's all up to you. Use this, at the same time be useful to you. I mean, don't spend your more time than what is required. And it is an instrument to be utilized. And all that what you need to do is, I'm not here to preach, but all that I would like to say is, you can make it a practice, the conscience, consciousness. And this morning when we are lighting up the lamp, Madam Alpasha was talking about how that slokas can give that peace to us. I don't know, this morning we can go to the church and pray and come back. We have that calmness which will come with the moment we enter into it. And it's where we can look at that religion without sacrifice. And today, each one of you need to feel so pride. However, the nation is rich, nation is growing, but still I can consider you are part of the 5% or 6% of the population who are going to the colleges and getting graduated. There are 90% of our other sisters and brothers who are deprived of not getting it. They need to go there, then somebody need to support it. It is like, somewhere we need to go and contribute to the society, somewhere we need to go and contribute to other community, contribute to the people. And last one, I will not focus much there, because any word of politics will give a politics to us, but the principles are the most important. Let us not talk about the politics, let us talk about the principles. Coming with this, Mahatma Gandhi said, live as if you are die tomorrow and learn as if you are to live forever. This is one fundamental thing we all need to carry. One message if you have to learn from Mahatma Gandhi, this is one message we can take it back. And here I would like to take further. Before I take it further, let this not be a monologue, this can be a dialogue. How many of you are final year grads? Final year graduates? All few of you. Okay. And how many of, I think very few number. And how many of you are intended to go for employment, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, you want to join in a company? Like Aditya Birla can come and recruit in a mass way. And what is that? How many of you are planning to take employment? Only one? Rest of you are all entrepreneurs? Okay, some of you. And when you go to employment, and say if I am coming to you, your college, and I congratulate all the principals and lecturers who made it happen today, and those who were there part of that award ceremony. And I go to many of the colleges. I work with 26 universities, and I happen to meet the first person who come and receive me in the campus is the person, he or she is the placement officer for that college. And she always, the placement officer will come back, and they always try to sell you something in that college. Last year, my students, these many students, they take pride, got campus selection. There is a average CTC in my college is 10 lakh rupees or 12 lakh rupees. I will be listening to this word at least 10-15 times before my session starts. Then I will come back to the students. I asked about, for example, if Madam Alpasha is a campus placement officer, and she said, Madam Alpasha was talking about the CTC, how many of you got, then people will get up and see. What is CTC, by the way? Cost to the company. Fantastic. And any one of you are commerce graduate, if it is a cost to company, Bala spoke about balance sheet. Cost to the company is an asset or liability. On the balance sheet side, cost is, Dr. Celso says it's a liability. If you are a liability, why I need to recruit you? Pardon? You are going to, the moment my CTC, if you replace cost to the company, say, contribution to the company. Somebody is hiring you at 10 lakh rupees. The day you are working and giving a productivity of 11 lakh rupees, you are not cost to the company, you are contribution to the company, because I am liability to you because you have given 1 lakh more than what I have given to you. You become, please replace in your mind, not the cost to the company, replace in your mind contribution to the company. That's the first part of CTC. Second part of CTC, this morning we spoke about delayed gratification versus instant gratification. First 1 year we all would like to have that joy, because so far we were depending on our parents and the pocket money, and here our money we want to spend. Fantastic, nothing wrong in it. But after some time, part of your money, because you are privileged, because you are honored, your responsibility to go and contribute to the community or contribute to the church means you are part of the CTC is contribution to the church or contribution to the community. Please ensure at least part of it. There is one fantastic book, hardly less than 100 pages. Whenever you are finding time, please read this book called The Richest Man in Babylon, and where it talks about how you need to contribute to someone that can make you rich. You want to become rich, you need to contribute to someone. This is your CTC can be what? What is the second definition of CTC? Contribution to the church or community. Then the last one I would like to talk about another CTC today. This CTC is, at one point of the time your community is fantastic, but the another point of the time this nation needs you. And how you can contribute to this nation? One is your contribution. Like I'll give you the story of next 25 years how India is growing. But you need to grow beyond India, not behind India. Because if India is growing at X percentage times, if you grow double the percentage, you are contributing to the country. Your contribution to the country is most important. I know I do these programs called, as Madam said, Fauji Nivesh. We go to the army camp, we go to the naval camp. They are all supporting us, nation building, these are. But you need to have your own way of building the nation, how you can make this nation economically grow. You have spoken about FLAP. In the FLAP you would have taught about financial freedom. Here we will talk about how your finances can work for you. Then with this, let me go. And we all need to take pride because we belong to this country. We belong to this nation. This nation got an incredible history. It is not the last 200 years. It is about previous 2000 years. It is last what Britishers have done the damage. Still we have come back and we are here. This is a nation which has given the first university to the world. This is a nation which you are talking about zero, and this is a nation which is given zero to the world. What is the value of zero? It's a fantastic value. I remember this is KBC where Amitabh Bachchan was talking. Some of you would have seen the clip. It seems one day number 9 has gone to number 8, and he said ab choti hai, then it has given one thappat to number 8. Right? Amitabh Bachchan gave that story very nicely. And 8 went to 7, then it has given beating to the 7. 7 went to, 6 went to, 5 went to, 4 went to, 3 went to, and 1 has not gone to the 0. And 1 went to the 0 and said, I am not going to hit you, but I am going to support you. What did that 1 is? Instead of hitting, it went here, 1 has added to 0, what it has become? 10. This is the 10 we have given to the world, that 0, that has given 10. The universe has become better place. This is where the nation, we have given to that. That's a pride we can take it. And if we are talking about the game of the chess, it is the one which we gave. It is about surgery. I think we have students from pharmacy. It is the nation which has given to us. And if it is some of us, we are using these shampoos of the latest world, but in the India is invented much before. If there is a pain in the world has undergone, this nation has given the medicine to the world. And this is a nation we are feeling, we are proud of this nation. And this is a nation about economic history of this nation. India and China together for almost little over 1,000 years, we together 50% of the world economy. And today we are under 3% or 4% of the global GDP. And where we are transforming, I think just I think it's on 14th of August or 13th of August, we have become 5th largest nation in terms of the GDP. We have moved up, and in the next 25 years we intend to become top 3 economies. Somewhere we are getting back to our past, somewhere we are moving in our future. We are going to be the wealth of the world. And this is about the one chart which is talking about 2000 years of economic history of this nation. Over a period, probably last 200 years, after 1800, after British's colonial period, we started depleting. That's where we have lost. But last 75 years, this nation on the rise, and next 25 years, truly golden era. And you are that part of 25 years which is going to be a brighter future. Nation will grow. Are you growing is a question you need to question yourself. This country is going to prosper. Am I going to prosper is the one. When you are part of this prosperity, don't focus on small things, focus on big things. That's where Dr. Celso ji was asking aspirations of you for this Amritkal to make not only India is going to become big, but how I want to become big. That is the story we need to talk about, and this is where we can look at how our future is looking at. There is one fantastic document some of you are interested to read. This is a document which produced by, I think it is McKinsey, and it is also about Mr. Philip Kotler, the professor of Harvard University. He has prepared for India, how India at 100, means 2047, how India can look at. These are the data, these are the statistics which we talk about. Whatever economy today, we are going to almost, it's going to be little over 60 trillion economy in forex terms we are becoming. Today we are 3.5 to 4 trillion economy. Means, nation is going almost 20x or 25x of it. And we are, our size, economy size, I think Bala was talking about when we were writing our civil services, those examinations in 1990s, we used to write India is a developing country. Today, next year, if you are going to write for your civils, still you are going to write India as a developing country. 25 years we are writing the same story. 92, the Indian economic reforms really started. But even after that, we are still writing. But next 25 years, your children, when they are getting graduated, they are going to be writing India is a developed nation. Means this is a period of developing, we are moving to the developed. Means we are going to that flux, that inflex point, that is at the point where you are, honestly you all need to take pride and you need to feel so happy. All that what you need to do is give your best whatever you are doing it. In your education, whichever the field you have chosen, every field got a future. There is nothing called commerce, there is nothing called engineering. Every one of us have got the future. All that you need to do is invest in your learnings in such a way that it will not take it away from you. That's where the real power of compounding comes. Here, I have taken the old document, this document about India at 100, the roadmap how you can look at. And I think we are blessed with the visionary leaders today. I mean, we are not just talking about economic prosperity of the nation or the few companies. We have built into this entire thing, the prosperity built in the 4 legs. The framework is, we have a social reform, we are a sustainable growth, we need to have a solid growth, and we are a shared wealth creation. Means every one of us going to be this prosperity. The model is called 4S model. This model is going to evolve. This is a model which has come, probably some of you can go back on, if you can go to the YouTube and listen to Honorable Prime Minister who spoke on 75th Independence Day, the speech, where he is talking about this 4S model, and this is basically the vision map and roadmap which is given by the government. It's by the government, and it is going to be implemented in a way. And I put it into this roadmap into a GOA as an acronym. The first one they put it as a goals, and the second one they spoke about the objectives. Third one they spoke about the approach. Nation got a goal and nation got an objectives. One is to create the employment, create an entrepreneurs, and so that we have a sustainable growth and there is a shared prosperity which is going to happen. And then these are the objectives with which we work, and which is an approach which we are taking out. This is an approach which we are looking at is the skill-based learning, and we have learned in the last 75 years what can work for the nation, what can't work for the nation. We are going to work on what can work for the nation. Every one of us, not I and you in this room of 500 people to become prosper. Every one of us, the person who are helping us at home or the person who is driving our car, everyone can be that prosperity. If you can go back to the China and India, 1990, and early 90s, we are all together. And today China has become little over 7x of us. Means at the neighboring country which has shown the path to us how you can grow with a focus, and that's what we are getting, that focus, and that is an approach which we are following it up. This approach is to working on overall development, the holistic approach. This approach is a new approach. I mean, we call, I can say it's a Goan approach, Goa approach. You have a goals, you have an objective, and you have an approach, which is actionable approach. And how that roadmap can happen? This is the roadmap for the growth. What exactly government is doing now is everything is goal-based structure. In a flap, you would have learnt about not only investing, but investing goal-based. I think Dr. Selsoji does, all of us make investment, one investment. That investment can be multiple investments, right? For example, I contribute to my retirement fund, I contribute to education fund of my child, I also contribute to the philanthropy fund, where I need to support to the larger society. And that's my multiple SIPs can run there. Yeah, and here you would have spoken about, in fact, I do this program for the college students, this program and workshop called My First Paycheck, which is 2.5 hours workshop. I visit the colleges and I do this workshop, and myself and my colleagues will do that. And most of the times I'll take this analogy. How many of you like cricket? Every one of us? Okay. And how many of you like 2020 cricket? Every one of us. Fantastic. I think we would have just enjoyed the last matches with the Australia and the joy of winning, and it's everything. And it's 2020 is very exciting, but life is the 30-30 cricket for us. All that you are going to work for 30 years, and later 30 years you are in the phase of golden age of your retirement. How you can make that 30 years of contribution can work for the next 30 years, so that you have a golden age of this country and golden age of yours. And what their government is talking about, similar the way we have an individual goals, government is talking about the economic goals for the nation. How the nation can get there, how you can create a new structure, how you can create an infrastructure, what kind of the stuff where we can do, facilitate businesses, everyone can be part of the prosperity. And this is where the government is working. And it's like, this presentation is shareable, it is available with them. We do circulate to you. There is nothing. I mean, some of you are writing the notes, I can say. Don't ready about pustak, but about keep something in the mastak. That country is going to prosper, and you are going to be that prosperity, right? And let us not become Buddhas, let us become Buddhas. And that's where we have given the world to that. It's fantastic. And then, there are 5 things government has decided to do. It's all, when you are preparing for your examination, how you prepare, this government is doing similar thing. What is that you need to do in first semester, what is that you need to do in the second semester, and what is the final semester. By the time you come final semester, you come out with the flying colors, you get all that jobs. This government is working on the same thing. The first thing is the skill set of the people. And putting all that efforts to enhance skills. You and me are part of this nation. Each of you need to work on your skill set. And there is a mindset of prosperity. Then what we are looking at is, this market is opened up, and today, whatever has happened at the globe, probably there is some kind of luck which is working for the nation. And earlier, whatever we do right, sometimes it would not have gone. For example, there is a demonetization. We were all cursing, but that has given to us how we can transact without cash, carrying a single cash. That has helped during COVID time to all of us. We can, even our banana vendor can take with the Paytm, and you can get your one banana buy, and you don't need to take out your cash. And that's the one. And there is a war which has happened across the, which is the unfortunate part, whether it's the Russia and the Ukraine war, but that war directly or indirectly helping the nation. There is a neighboring nation which has got into the wrong credibility of Wuhan virus. They gave a virus to the world, we give a vaccine to the world. Then goodness is working for us. And today we have been most preferred nation to come back and establish manufacturing. If Apple is going to 2025, 40% of Apple phones are being produced in India. That can be a game changer, not because you are spending on the phones and investing, because other allied industry comes to the nation. And people talk about this nation very differently. This is what we are having, a domestic market opening. Third one is, whatever the business we are doing, we are interconnected world. You need to produce things at a cheaper rate. At the same time, you need to produce with efficiently. And this is where we are doing reduction on the cost of doing the business, ease of doing the business. Fourth one, all said and done today, each of you are graduates in various stuffs, but all of you have taken one thing, one common thing called your flap. That's the finance. one common thread, whether you are a doctor, whether you are a bank associate, whether you are in IT, whether you are whether you are a manufacturing worker, all that gives is your money is the most important. Similarly, the financial sector. 1992, there were reforms. Our ex-Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh together who did that. After that, we have become financially prudent. And once financially prudent, nation started prospering. Similarly, when you become financially prudent, you start prospering. And this is the whole focus is on the financial sector, is the fourth vertical or fourth pillar. We have, today we are 1/5, every fifth person in the globe is an Indian. But at the same time, what we give to the world is much lesser than what we are. And we are going to become, this is going to be our FDI policy where we intend to get, it is going to be the manufacturing hub, which is going to be a services hub. Then we are going to serve the world so that we get served, and that's where the high demand for this nation and the nation economy is going to grow up. And all that it is reflected, and some of you would have seen the markets, and it is about, if I can look at only Sensex as a barometer, you can look at in the last few years how the market is going up. Global market are in turmoil, but Indian market are on the oil of the positivity, growth, and world is looking towards India. And every rupee you are investing into the equity today, that can change the way you look at your wealth creation can happen. And this is just a reflection. And I think Madam Alpasha spoke earlier about this quote about Warren Buffett, and whom we all respect, and I'm not looking at one Warren Buffett in this country. In this room itself, I am looking at 500 Warren Buffetts. Each of you tomorrow is as rich as him, provided you start investing, and you have invested in your learning. Probably invest in investments. The best investment you can make is investing in yourself, and the more you learn, and more you will earn. And learning about making money and learning about your own profile, both the things. I think an investment knowledge pays the best interest for any period of time, where you can look at this I think Dr. Selso would have spoken many times. Whenever you speak to him, one thing he talk about is when Warren Buffett has started, probably painfully he was sharing one story earlier when he went to the schools. School children, parents says, let my child study, but there is somebody at Warren Buffett kind who started at the age of 11. Each of you have not started your investment. Probably this month, take it a time in this month of October. And October is a month of festival. It's a Navratri for us, and it's also a festival on October 5th. World celebrates Financial Planning Day, and October 11th to October 16th, Indian regulator SEBI celebrates World Investor Week. What you can do is go to your mom, go to your dad, ask for little more pocket money. Little more pocket money. That money you start investing this month. It is the most auspicious month to start. And this month is also celebrated with Dhanteras and Diwali. And why not do some auspicious beginning this month? And before this next Christmas, we all celebrate your investment started growing up and up. And this is where, if you have already started, fantastic. If you have not started, please make a beginning now, and where we can look forward. Then the next one we talk about is money speaks one language. Anyone can tell me what it is? We all speak different languages. Anybody? Pardon? Money speaks prosperity. Yeah, maybe, right? And anybody? I think our Bisba sir has just left, I think, and he can tell about. Money speaks Gujarati, because most of the Gujarati speaks money. And Alpasha madam is there, and but money speaks. We all speak different languages. Money speaks one language. What is that language? It's Hindi, English, Konkani, Marathi. No, none of this. It's just one language. If you save me today, I will save you tomorrow. आज मुझे बचाओ, मैं कल तुझे बचाऊंगा. और साथ साथ पैसे की और एक भाषा होता है. क्या होती है? जब तक आप नीचे हो, आपको बहुत ऊपर ले जाऊंगा. जब आप ऊपर जाते हो, साथ तो नहीं आऊंगा. You can't carry any money with you, right? Yesterday, our Honorable Prime Minister launched 5G network, and we are all waiting for our phones to become 5Gs. And today I will talk to you about 5Gs of the money. What are the 5Gs of the money? First G is the most important one. You have to get your money. That is, you have to earn your money. And second G, in flap you would have been taught about, you need to protect your money because there is an inflation which eats away your money, right? You need to invest beyond inflation. You need to grow your money and you have to guard your money. Grow your money because it has to grow beyond the inflation, and guard is you need to protect what is, Warren Buffett principles as, both of them we always speak about. Warren Buffett said only two principles to make money. First principle number one is never lose your money. And second principle what he said is never forget principle number one. And what you need to do is get your money, grow your money, guard your money. And fourth G is you can't take back your money, you need to give back your money here, either to your children or to the church or to the community. Every rupee we have to give back. And we are here to temporary, we own for a period of time and we need to pass it on to someone else. Your parents will give it to you and you give it to your children or to the church or to the community. You give your money. And what is the fifth G then? The fifth G is you run everything under the grace of gratitude, because you are here because not alone your good work, you are here because of your parents' work, you are here because of your teachers' work, you are here because of your neighbors' work, all of us together in this society, and each of us are together, and we understood COVID is one which has taught us we are not alone, we are together, and I need to ensure my neighbor should not get infected. That is my first responsibility. When neighbor gets infected, I need to cure my neighbor first, so that I get cured, I will not get infected. And that gratitude, that is where before 5G network is coming to you, understand this 5G about the stuff. And here I can go. Sorry. Can you go back? Can you?
हाँ चाचा जी, 14 लाख रुपए का इंतजाम हो गया है. बस अभी अभी बैंक में आ गए, बुकिंग कर लो आप. जी जी ठीक है चाचा जी, प्रणाम.
14 लाख? क्यों भाई, कोई खजाना हाथ लग गया है क्या?
नहीं यार, मेरी शादी के लिए.
अगले महीने है ना दूल्हे राजा.
हाँ.
इन पैसों को म्यूचुअल फंड में डाल दे.
क्या सिर्फ 1 महीने के लिए?
हाँ, इन पैसों को लिक्विड फंड में डाल, जो ऐसे कम समय के लिए बिल्कुल सही है.
अच्छा सही है
भाई. तो गुलाब जामुन तो रखेगा ना शादी में?
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के.
हाँ चाचा जी.
Yeah, this is about mutual funds. I am not talking about you wait for your marriage to come, but start investing in your mutual funds. And this morning again, Ms. spoke about SIP, the power of compounding. SIP is what? Is it semester in progress? Systematic investment plan. Even, start with that small money. Let your parents contribute little extra pocket money this month. And next month onwards, you can always go back to mom and dad. You have given that, I have invested, please give more. My son always used to play with me. Every Diwali he comes back and asks me little more extra. That little more has gone to the extra savings. And you always can do that. You can look at, and SIP is a systematic investment plan where you can invest your money. A small money can make all the difference. I think this morning we spoke about power of compounding. Even 15,000 rupees for 15 years at 15% can make you. You don't need to go to KBC. Each of can become a crorepati's. And it's enough of money, enough of wealth. We can take it with SIP, and that is where you can look at. And I will run quickly. Anyone business has spoken about that, and Dr. Celso always talk about your SIPs. And how many of you have already started investing? Some of you, okay, 20-25% of you. And can I take as a hidden promise from each one of you? In the next 1 month, rest of you have not raised the hands. Start investing it. Even a small money, 500 rupees doesn't matter, but start doing that. And what you can do is once you start doing it, where the money is going, and then your learning can become practical. Go and read the mutual fund fact sheet, mutual funds where which company it invests. And Bala spoke about those balance sheets. Later you can understand which company. Then there is about, in FLAP you would have spoken about net asset value, NAVs, right? Then understand how that is moving around. Then you can move on.
यार अंधेरी कब आएगा? 2 स्टेशन बाद.
सर गाड़ी के कारण
सुन ना, बोनस मिला है, क्या करूँ?
म्यूचुअल फंड में डाल दे।
सिर्फ 6,000 का बोनस है यार, क्यों गरीब का मजाक उड़ा रहे हो?
भाई 500 रुपये शुरुआत कर सकते हैं, मैंने भी किया है, डाल दे।
अच्छा? We can just look at that 500 rupees. When 500 is not a bigger one, your Pizza Hut you can go. One pizza will cost little more than that. We sacrifice pizza. Two things will happen. One, you are saving the calories, and you are saving the money. And the both sides it can. And tomorrow morning you can walk little lesser. It's fine. I think that's the way. How you can make the small SIP can make all the difference. You can start investing, because certification is one thing, qualification is a second bucket thing, is to get into the practice, making it to the practice. And I think morning again when she spoke about why we need to be calm, what is that we can, she spoke about the patience, she spoke about the discipline. These are the two fundamental stuff for all of us to make whether investment or the individual life successful. Have your patience, have the discipline. These two can make you much more richer and much more calmer and much more better. And I can just take for
क्या शादी है यार? डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग। सही है। आपकी शादी भी पापा ऐसे ही करेंगे। पैसे ऐसे ही सेव करेंगे। पर इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करेंगे? म्यूचुअल फंड्स में। म्यूचुअल फंड्स में तो टाइम लगता है। तो तुझे उसकी शादी कल करवानी है क्या? सही है।
There is one interesting piece. I am part of this committee of mutual funds IEA. When we were designing this mutual funds IEA campaign, some of you are in marketing can understand how much of brainstorming can go on. And prior to that, I used to go to a lot of universities and ask the students, how many of you have heard about mutual funds? Almost every girl in the room can say, I heard about. Then if I ask one of the girls to get up, what you heard? And she would have come and told us, sir, mutual funds are subject to market risk. And only one good thing has happened to us after this campaign. When I go to the same colleges and ask the next generation students, they say, have you heard mutual funds? They say yes. But what they say now is, mutual funds sahi hai. And but invest karna jaruri hai. It is not just sahi hai, but invest karna jaruri hai. And with this, you can just look at to secure your future. Focus on your skills, focus on your upgrading for yourself and make that happen. And we talk about nation of Atmanirbhar, and you need to be a self-resilient, and you need to move on and move forward. And you never ever forego on upskilling. Part of your investments, please ensure, whichever the job you take, entrepreneurship, 10% of your investments, make it sure that you pay the fees for the next examination. Your learning could be going to be a continuous one. When we joined in one career, we would have ended with the same career. For you, it is not the same. Life is going to be changed. Platforms are going to change. Every 2 years, something else will happen. You need to prepare for your future. Means your learning should be always continuous. Upskilling, and upskilling. Ensure that part of your investment is going for your upskilling. And all that what you need to do is small sacrifice can make your much better tomorrow. Little of healthy habits make you tomorrow wealthy habits. And I just conclude this I said, if you have to remember one thing for today, be a Goa. You don't forget the place where you are living. Have your goals, have your objectives, and have an approach to that. In our coaching journey, for all our coaches who come, we talk about one simple concept to make that coachee become successful, a model called GROW model. This GROW model is, if somebody comes to us, what are the goals you are, what you want to become? And there is a goal, X goal you have. And what is the reality today? You want to become, say, 1 crore rupees, you want to earn 1 crore. Where are you today? What is the gap, the reality where you are? Say you want to score 99% of the marks or 100%. And where are you today? What is the option? What is the reality? You currently, with your current preparation, you may get 35% marks or 50%. Then what is that options you have? That O is an option. You need to go and double your learnings. You need to spend more time with your teachers. You need to spend more times in library. Then what you will do is you need to get that spending happen. Have that grow in your mind. And last question I would like to ask today is, how many of you have got your life goals ready? What you want to become? Fantastic, ma'am. Fantastic. And 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 of us, you have raised the hands. Rest of you, I'm not asking you. But just question yourself why you do not have a goal. And second, there is a studies which shows if you have a goal, but if you have not written that goal on a piece of paper, there is every possibility you may or may not accomplish your goal. And if you want to accomplish that goal, whatever the goal you have, please write it on a piece of paper and ensure every day you are journaling it. And whether you do sincerely or not very sincerely, still you will achieve once you start writing it. And ensure that simple journaling, which can be a simple technique, can make you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And the 25 years down the line, where you want to become, what you want to become, that you write now. 2047, India becomes 100. And 2047, whatever your age, today you are at 20, you will become 45 years. And your 45th birthday, where you want to celebrate, visualize and write that goal, then you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. And,
सुना है you are selling your scooter. Yeah, got a new car. सही है. Big bonus. Promotion. तो savings. Saving तो मैं भी करती हूँ, उसे कार नहीं आती. Actually,
मैं काफी सालों से हर महीने म्यूचुअल फंड्स में थोड़ा थोड़ा सेव कर रही हूँ.
mutual funds. कुछ funds बेच दिए, bought a new car. सही है.
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिम.
With this, I'll stop, and probably recently some of you are following Roger Federer after 25 years of career, 1500 matches, and one day he has to leave the stage to say bye. All of us 25 years down the line of your career, you may have to say bye. While doing 25 years, you compete with yourself, you compete with your competitors, but in the tennis, we start our game with a love all, and start with a game with serve all, and end the game with love all. He said, you are not my competitor, and you know, I am losing part of it. I think both of them were crying with each other, though they competed so much. This is where our life message is. While you are working full attention of love, full of attention of competition, but deep inside, one, you love yourself and you love your competitor, then you can accomplish everything what you want to accomplish, so that there is no tension. And of course, when you plan with Dr. Celso, you will get pension too, and that does happen for us. And this is the final parting message. And one of my role models is Dr. Abdul Kalam, and I love him so much, and I would have read every work of him. And recent past, I went to Rameshwaram, the place where he born, and he was looking at. There is one message in one of his rooms which mentions about you need to dream, but the dream is not something which you get while you are sleeping, but dream is something which is not allowing you to sleep to accomplish. Probably dream that one thing for the next 25 years, which will not allow you to sleep, but it will allow you to accomplish. And wishing you all the good luck in your life, in your career. And thanks for this patient hearing. I'm sorry your lunch is delayed by 30 minutes. I do respect. What happens is when your Uttar Pradesh Madhya Pradesh is hungry, Uttar Pradesh can become angry, then let us be calm, and wishing you all the good luck, and thank you so much, and God bless you all.